My life is light, waiting for the death wind, like a feather on the back of my hand. Dust in sunlight and memory in corners wait for the wind that chills towards the dead land. Grant us thy peace. I have walked many years in this city. I have kept faith and fast, provided for the poor, have given and taken honor and ease. There never went any rejected from my door. Who shall remember my house? Where shall live my children's children when the time of sorrow is come? I am tired of my own life and the lives of those after me. I am dying in my own death and the deaths of those after me. Let thy servant depart, having seen thy salvation. Life isn't fair, but it may as well be me with a disability as somebody else. There is nothing that would make me be so special that it would be unfair. I accept that I have a problem, but I live with it. I have no choice but to live with it at the moment. That was my mother. She had muscular dystrophy, but we didn't know because it was never diagnosed until I was diagnosed, and then we all realised what was wrong with my mother. So it was too late to do anything. Not that you could do anything, actually. So she spent 30 years just sitting in a chair all day long, doing nothing. I don't want my life to be as hard as hers. So that's why I'm making arrangements to go to Switzerland. This is my formal request to Erica, made on the 20th of July 2016. I formally request voluntary assisted death on the 22nd of September 2016. I am a 72-year-old lady suffering from inherited limb girdle muscular dystrophy, for which there is no cure or treatment. Until 2 years ago, I was able to care for myself and home. I now need help in getting out of bed and find it hard to get up from a chair. I have not been able to make a meal for myself for quite some time, and even to make instant coffee is quite an achievement. The degree of my disability makes me realise the futility of continuing my life with the sure and certain knowledge that further deterioration is inevitable. Therefore, I request your help with voluntary assisted death. Thank you. Emily, can you take this paper rubbish for me, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Just that lot. This is not.
Gosh.
I get so much.
For one person anyway.
I know.
And all the threes we are supposed to
I
save.
know.
You want me to post
I
it?
will ask you
Yeah.
to
Have
post
you got
it.
more than one letter?
No.
No.
This, I can't remember his first name, so I'll just call him Mister.
Yeah. Why not? Bye.
Yep.
See you next Monday.
Yes,
then.
and
Take care.
Love
Enjoy
you.
yourself
Yes.
while it lasts.
I, in turn, have passed this muscular dystrophy to my son. My daughter, who is 49, is hopefully clear of muscular dystrophy. He has no children, and neither does my daughter, so this generation, my generation, is the last.
Hello there, Simon. I hope you're having a great day. From today until Tuesday in Washington, it'll be partly cloudy most of the time, but tomorrow it'll be mostly sunny. There's light traffic in Washington, District of Columbia, USA.
Hello, Simon. This is to let you know that I'm going to Switzerland in September. I don't think Bridget is too happy about this, but I am determined to go. My life here is such a struggle and will only get worse, so I need to go while I am still able to travel. When you speak to her or email her, can you please convince her that I am doing the right thing? I can honestly say I can't wait to get there and get the whole thing over with. Love, Mum. And I think I'll reply. Okay, but I insist that I come with you. Although we have been born with this disease, it doesn't show itself in the body until middle age. It doesn't really affect you. I became concerned when the progression of my disease became a lot stronger, a lot more quickly. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a very slow progression, and I wasn't expecting this disease to kill me. And now I find myself building a lab because there's very little research done in this disease, and I would like to change that and bring some attention to it at least. I don't know if I will ever benefit from this work, but maybe someone in the future might, who knows. But I think I should do something, I must do something. Otherwise I'll just be sitting in a wheelchair doing nothing.
People have families who try to persuade them not to do what I'm doing. I know that a lot of people will find it very difficult. I mean, you've accepted virtually 100%.
I am not quite so sure about it as perhaps Rachel is. Obviously I don't.
Yes, because your whole being speaks for you, you know. It's not that you're saying something and you can see you're all uptight and it's actually a terrible problem. You can see that it isn't a terrible problem.
I'm going to die at a time and in a way that I can choose. It is not going to be horrendous. It is not going to be painful. It's not going to be stressful. That is a good death.
I think I had a stepmother who was Irish Catholic and very, 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 very against the idea of ending your life prematurely. And if you were going to suffer a lot, that would be good for you, and that would be God's will for you that you did have that suffering. And it is your duty to die when God decides you're going to die, not a moment before. It's rather terrifying.
It's not the sort of God I believe in.
If I became a burden, I don't think I would want to exist much longer if there were no way that I could get out of that situation. If I were in such a state that I needed constant care, then I would not want to exist. We are not bonded in the way that most families are. She remarried, and I did not get on with my stepfather at all. It was a very, very poor relationship. So that's why I haven't seen Jan for many years.
And what you're seeing here in this stain, those are the protein aggregates. So
This is the bit that's not dissolving and just building up.
exactly, this
Craft.
is where all the myotillin that's got the mutations are kind of sucking up other proteins and itself, and they're aggregating and causing these clumps.
So if we can arrest the further addition of myotillin adding to the size of this, maybe then the cell can figure out a way to clear that eventually. Clinically, we know that patients with myotillonopathy develop these aggregates. But it would be nice to correlate
And vacuoles, as you said.
the aggregate that you might have in
With
your
my-
muscle
yeah.
with what we would be able to potentially generate in the cells that we could produce from those biopsies.
I would like to give you as much useful stuff as possible.
Okay. We haven't published this yet, and it's not by any means a therapy for this. However, Lindsay did a study where we injected these mice, the muscles of these mice that have already developed limb-girdle muscular dystrophy, with something called cardiotoxin. It's basically like a snake venom.
Interesting.
And what it does is it kills all the muscle, and I already told you that mouse muscle has a capacity to
It
regenerate.
regenerates very quickly, right?
So if you inject these muscles, these mouse muscles that are, they have muscular dystrophy, they're weak, they're small. If you inject them with the snake venom, kill the muscle, that muscle will regenerate, and it starts from scratch.
Yes, I
so
think so.
it's basically normal again at the beginning, and then over time it would accumulate aggregates again. So if there was some way that you could destroy and repopulate your muscle, which is not possible right now, that would offer a treatment.
That's interesting. I can't imagine a therapy being based on
right. It
killing
wouldn't
large
work in humans.
Right, killing large amounts of muscle in an older person. Yeah.
It wouldn't regenerate.
Right.
Yeah.
My GP, he has completely refused to help me. He sent a psychiatrist round to see me. They made it quite clear that all they needed was 2 doctors to say that I did not know what I was doing and that they could admit me to hospital immediately and virtually lock me up. I was given the option of going on to medication to stop me from being depressed. So yes, I opted to take the medication. And yes, I opted for the mental health nurse to come out every week to see me. She then informed the psychiatrist that yes, I was absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. I had changed my mind completely and wasn't going to go to Switzerland. If I told the truth, I would by now be in hospital, sectioned under a Mental Health Act. I think I've had two very interesting marriages. My first husband was quite an exciting person to be with, although I don't think he ever took any of his responsibilities as either a husband or a parent seriously. When I married Don, who didn't have any children of his own, he became my children's stepfather. We were very happy for most of our married life. This has been discussed between us over a period of years, that we both promised each other that if either of us got to the stage that our lives were miserable and unhappy, that we would take the steps that I am taking and we would support each other in our choice. This is my daughter there. I have booked a flight for her. There she is, and a hotel room for her. She is supporting me in as much as she understands what I'm doing and understands why, but she would rather that there was an alternative. She keeps sending me pictures of wedding dresses, and so that I can say which ones I like and which ones I don't like. She has not set a date. I have set my important date, but she hasn't. So I cannot wait forever for her to get married. I have not been up here since last October. So it's a long time since I've seen. Oh, I can see that everything needs water.
It's beautiful. I can't believe.
Sometimes I would sit in the front garden and I would just think, this is my little bit of Eden.
Yeah.
And that was all I wanted.
You know, I've had all those beautiful houses that I made. I built them, and the gardens, and then suddenly I'm ending up with nothing, living in a grotty flat in Westminster.
Well, I think things could be about to change, don't you, Tony?
I don't know.
Don't you, Caroline? Think that things are going to change a bit? Though it's still hard work.
Her mother took
But in spring,
everything
this
and said,
garden is-
take the baby and go. So we end up with nothing. We came here in summer clothes with no money, nothing.
and people stop.
Look in here. This is astounding. It's so... everything's so beautiful. I can't believe it. You know, on the one hand, there's this wonderful garden, this beautiful house, and then through tragedy, we might live here. I don't know. We haven't spoken about it, but the duality of the scenario is so terrible, you know? I want to say, stay. I can help you. Carry you. I can help you. Stay. You can't leave this place. Shall we look round? I feel terrible. Let's have a look.
Where did you say Scarlett's was? Do you know what road it was in? I suppose Don dies in 2 years' time, say. What happens to the house then?
Probably absolutely nothing. That whoever is already the incumbent, I am sure could remain the incumbent if that's what he wanted.
The question of ownership has to arise at some
the-
point.
Yet the ownership would still be my children. It's in trust. The house is in trust now. You have decided you're going to come and live here, haven't you, Tony?
I'd be a little worried that someone might come along and say, right,
No.
dream ends today, get out.
No. It will not end for at least 5 years, and I think it will go on longer.
But there's this thing I want to...
Oh, feel free. Oh, it's lovely to meet you, you little sweetie.
I suggested an allele targeting experiment, and it turns out that he'd already thought of that. And a couple of years back, he had submitted a grant proposal that was accepted but not funded. It's the way the funding buckets work. But he's going to resubmit it for me.
This thing doesn't work.
Hold on, darling, let me get that. So he's going to resubmit
Go
it.
back to the old thing. Great.
There we go. So he's going to resubmit that for me. And he was really keen on knowing the family history, my history, all sorts of stuff. And he told me he didn't, the lab, and in fact no lab in the world has a cell line against LGMD1A.
Oh, really?
No cell line. No one can do an experiment on this diseased cell. So he wants me to go back in spring, and they're going to stick a stonking great needle in my arm and get a tissue culture that can live in immortality. So at least researchers have copies of it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So did you get any ideas for your research?
No, other than knowing that allele-specific interference is good, is a likely candidate, well, then I could do some computations on that and maybe do an experiment. That's reasonable for a lab like mine. I might actually be able to do that. There's no way I would ever want to work on mice, and I don't think it's even, I'm sure it's not even legal to work on rhesus monkeys. That would be, and I wouldn't want to anyway. That's horrible. Those are complex experiments, right? I've never designed an experiment.
That's okay. I mean, do simple experiments. See what you can do that would save him time.
Right. Well, to me that's horribly complex and scares the hell out of me. To him, that's his day-to-day work, right?
But there's no point of having a full lab downstairs if you're not going to really put it to use.
I know.
So, use it.
I will.
I mean, there's little chance anyone else is going to do this.
Yeah, I know. There's only Steve Harper's lab doing any work on this.
I know, and there's only a handful of people with your condition, probably no one with your condition, that has the credentials and the know-how to do this.
Well, I don't have any credentials. I'm not sure about the know-how. But anyway,
You've worked in the lab?
well, yes.
You have a chemistry degree?
Years, yeah.
You have an IT degree? You have a science degree? So, use it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to keep pushing you because this is not just your life. It's my life too. I can't do it. I can't help. It makes me feel very desperate, but impotent. I can't help. I want to. I can't. You're the only one who can.
I don't think of this as courage. I'm taking the easy way out. To carry on living would be courage, but not this. If I had courage, I wouldn't be going to Switzerland. But I'm not brave enough to carry on living as I am now, and how I know how much worse my situation is going to become.
Control of one's destiny resides only in that person, and other people can't mess with it or have any right to it. I would go as far as saying that it is a fundamental human right to end one's own life. Suicide. Let's put it in simple terms.
Hello, Charlotte there. It's Jan again. Sorry to be a nuisance. Could you pop round later on this afternoon after you've brought the children back from school? Need to talk to you. Nothing at all to worry about. I have been trying to catch up with you for a while, sweetheart. So hopefully you'll get back to me. Bye. I have something to tell you. And I think you may have an inkling what this actually is. Because we've talked about it before. But I need to tell you that at the moment, don't worry, because I'm quite calm. I need to tell you that at the moment, I intend leaving Mersey on Sunday. No, it's I'm all right. I just
Why? It's not all right.
It is all right. Because it's the best thing. Now, I know you're shaking.
What about my kids, Jan? What about Emma? She comes to you for everything. This isn't fair. No.
I'm finding it a bit of a struggle living here. So what I'm going to do, when my son was here last April or May, and what he suggested was that as his house is already converted in America, it would be a good idea if I went to live with him in America. That's it, girls. So it wasn't bad news, really, was it? Because it's got a happy ending, right? I shall never forget you two. Don't worry. Yeah, it's all right, sweetheart. It's all right.
Girls, I'll be back in a minute, okay? Jess, thank you, Jan.
Bye-bye, sweetheart.
Bye. I'll be 2 minutes.
Bye.
Bye. Are you gone? Yes. I'm not going to America.
I know.
But I couldn't tell these two.
I have received an email from Bridget
When?
yesterday telling me not to bother going down, give you a ring, because they were arranging to take you in a luxury car, both Simon and Bridget. I can...
Where to?
To where you want to go.
By car to Basel.
Yes. Well, I would like to talk to her and convince her that the route you've chosen is the only one she can support, really.
Oh, Jeff, thank you.
But I'm going to tell you again, it's not a route I like, Janette.
No, I know, but... Oh, Jeff. I don't know what on earth.
Just count to 10, bite your lip. Look, it'll get sorted, Janette. That's why I've come down, to try and help you sort it out.
Simon and I would support Mum at the appropriate time, but not now. Simon thought he was just taking Mum just for an exploratory trip, not the final trip. He has only just realised the full situation. He is still taking Mum, and we are both hoping that they will reject her and that she will return. Bollocks. No way, I'm sorry. No way, no way. My plans have not changed in any way. They're not going to change, and all they are now doing is making me extremely angry and upset. I've got everything sussed out, everything organised. I've been happier in the last few weeks than I've been in the last year, and they go and do this to me.
So I could reply by saying, I have spoken to you, and whether you go or not, you are going ahead with it.
Yes.
Right, that's all it needs.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Thank you for coming down and being such a wonderful, wonderful cousin. And I've just got so many happy memories of what we've done together.
I hadn't seen Jan since 2002. So that's many years, I can't count. Jan and I never had a relationship where we needed to see each other or communicate or talk, really. Our relationship has never been, certainly since my teenage years at least, a typical mother-son relationship. It's more like cordial friends. My sister Bridget is clearly upset by the whole thing, and she has a different relationship with Jan, and that is more of a mother-daughter bond. And she's naturally extremely concerned and doesn't want this to happen. Neither do I. I don't want it to happen. There's a certain sense of inevitability. And as long as I can make sure that it's been done rationally and she's thought about it very deeply, then I will have to be happy.
I have had to tell people so many lies to get to this stage. The whole process will really have taken me 11 months. 11 months of struggle, 11 months of really thinking through of, am I doing the right thing? Thinking through how I'm going to tell my family, how I'm going to tell my friends, how I'm going to convince them that this is the answer and I don't have any alternative. I shall need money. Money. I have some there. Travel money I will put in there, and English money, and more. Oh, I could enjoy spending you. And more English money. I am rich, but I can't take you with me when I go, so never mind.
Eventually, Dmitri got his wish. After weeks of protest, he was removed from the battlefield and flown home. But employees told us that hundreds of their fellow fighters will never return.
And I may as well leave that stick inside now. Simon, do you want us
What the hell am I going
to
do
do
with
with
this?
this stick? Same as I do.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not buying sticks for a few years. But I'm still walking.
Yeah, you're still walking. In fact, you're doing very well, Simon.
No.
I had a neurological consultation the other week.
It's not neurological.
What is yours, then?
Limb-girdle muscular dystrophy type 1A. So is yours. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not neurological.
Well,
You're missing a protein that
Yes.
holds the Z discs
Yes.
together. Not neurological.
well, I know that you understand a lot more about this than I do, and then we can talk about that website, Simon, which I didn't join, and I should have done.
It doesn't matter.
Janet. Hello. Hello, Erica.
Hello, Janet.
I am
Finally.
just- Oh, yes.
Finally. Hey. Hey, Janet, it will turn all right. It will turn all right. Hey, Janet.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
We do have not more than 2 assisted dyings a week. I should only have 1 a week. If I do more than 1 a week, it is too much for me. I also have to get over assisted dyings, and people like Janet, you know, she's such a lovely lady. It is not all that easy to let them go. I do not have to take responsibility for Janet. Janet is taking the responsibility for herself. I just have to make sure that she has been thinking it over well and that she doesn't come too early. People who are very badly handicapped, they have to come too early to be able to travel, to be able to come at all. This is why I'm fighting for legalization so hard. If they could do it in their country, I guess they could wait a little bit longer. When I do assisted dying, I always think whether it is okay to do assisted dying or not. When I think back to my past, I have not always been accepting assisted dying. I haven't even been thinking of assisted dying some days. I was very deeply into palliative care and terminal sedation in some cases. And I think if you would have asked me whether I accept assisted dying those days, I would have said, crazy. I'm here to prolong life and not to end life as a doctor.
Achtung, stopp. Brennt. Nein. Jetzt müsst ihr eigentlich hoch sein. Oh.
Nature is something wonderful. I think nature and God, we were made by God. I do not know whether I can believe that, but I do believe in a good God who does not want us to suffer. He does not want us to suffer unbearably. Suffering is made by human beings, at least partially. You know, when I save someone who has a heart attack, or by reanimation, maybe God would have wanted to take him back to end his life. And then I stop God from taking him up to heaven. And 2 years later, he dies from a very bad cancer with an awful lot of suffering. I do not really know whether suffering is made by God, whether it's not more made by men. And I think God hasn't only given us the possibility to do these blood tests and find out what we can do against illnesses. He also has given us the possibility to give assisted dying with a wonderful medication without suffering at all. And this is not a sin. I'm convinced 100%. If it was a sin, I wasn't that happy. When my father had his second stroke, couldn't talk anymore, had a hemiplegia, and he tried to kill himself taking all the medication, all the pills he found in my house. Then showed that he's going to jump in front of a train to kill himself. This made me have contact with assisted dying for the first time. I did love my father very much, so I did not want to let him go. I did want to give him a palliative way of dying. At my home, he would have never ever had to go to a hospital. One other point was that we were brought up very religiously. And I would have loved to ask my father, how do you cope with your religious beliefs? How do you cope with the sin that you're killing yourself? And I couldn't ask him because he couldn't answer. He couldn't find a word. He couldn't write. He couldn't express himself unless saying yes or no with his head. So I did not ask. But when you sit on the bed with your father, he drinks the deadly medicine, puts his head on your shoulder and dies after having had a good sip of red wine. I think then you start asking yourself, is palliative care really the only way? Isn't there another way that you should accept also? After he had died, I told my sisters and brothers, do not tell anybody why he died. On the funeral, we're not going to tell anybody. I had bad consciousness, being a doctor and being a religious person. And then one of my sisters said, I'm not going to tell a lie. If somebody asks me, what did he die of? I will not tell another stroke. And there were 150 people on his funeral. And I had to stand up and say, yes, I accepted an assisted dying, which was very difficult for me. But it was okay, and nobody complained. They all understood. They all knew my father very well, and they could understand. Which made it a little bit easier for me, but not easy. She'll be here any minute. So I'll sit here. Maybe if you could sit on the bed if you like.
That's okay for me.
Would you like? Is it okay for you?
That's okay for me.
And then your sister maybe can sit here. Or we have talking a lot. We have been talking a lot now.
Good. Good.
Good talks.
Yes.
I always...
Hey, Bridget.
Bridget, come in. Come. I also mentioned the fact that she tried to end her life already before. And we had a talk about how important it would be that she could do it at home. I have been talking about finding the right time for assisted dying with Janette. And she definitely seems to be 100% sure that tomorrow is the right time. As you told me before I talked to Janette, she is of sound mind. Mm-hmm. She knows exactly, she can explain. She has been thinking about it for a long time.
Yes.
She is not influenced by anybody else to do this. She's rather held back by you to do this. So definitely she's not pushed by anybody to end her life. She is suffering from an incurable illness, which we cannot stop. If I would have any possibilities to stop your illness, I would not give you an assisted dying. Then I would stop your illness, and you would not ask me for an assisted dying then.
That is absolutely true.
So all the circumstances for an assisted dying for tomorrow are given. I can find no reason why I should say no. You are very happy about it, And we can see how relieved you are when we talk about, yes, tomorrow is going to be your big day of leaving. I can also understand that you are sad. That you
No,
have to
I'm
let her
not
go.
sad. No,
Not really sad.
no, I'm not at all sad, in fact. I have my reservations, but I'm not sad. I have been ever so careful in my life to develop very fundamental philosophies, and I had to think very carefully over the last few weeks whether I was even prepared to make any exceptions simply because a member of my family was involved. The answer is no. Okay?
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. I have been thinking about what happens afterwards. You know, it's so nice to talk to someone, to see your smile, to see that you're relieved. And all of a sudden there's only sort of the cocoon and the butterfly is gone.
Yes.
We will never know, but we will definitely all go that way. The matter is only how we do that way. Let me give you a hug.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Actually, you're as strong as your mother, but I know how difficult it is.
Are you at peace with the universe?
I am totally at peace with the universe. I welcome this with open arms. I need to do this to get my peace.
We've got that.
We
We're okay with that.
we understand.
We understand. We never have been against that, right? I don't think we need to make anything clear other than no one's stopping you here, and
nobody's stopping.
And
you
no one
have
is coercing
the option. You have the option. There are options. You know what they are. They are, if you wish. If you don't wish, that's fine as well. Simon and I will do whatever we can to improve quality of life. And if you decide, and we hope you do, but also we respect your wishes, if you decide that actually you would like to put this postpone, we will more than happy to do whatever it takes, and we can drive you in a Bentley, private jet, whatever, to get you here. If that is what you wish. If it's not, then we're just putting that on the table to make sure you're aware. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying, isn't it, Simon? That you are not being pressurised. There are options, and we can make things work on a grand scale, can't we, Simon? That's all you need to know. And if it's 6 months and you want to come back in 6 months, we will be here and we'll bring you back.
I can only say thank you to that.
If you don't want that,
to both of
that's
you.
also fine.
But having got this far and having been such a tremendous struggle,
That's my point.
I have the two options on Thursday.
Yes, you do.
I can either live
Yes.
or die.
Yes.
And I am going to take
Okay.
the second
That's your
option.
prerogative. That's your prerogative.
Because
But there is another option, and you just need to know what that option looks like, and we're telling you what the option looks like. And that is better quality of life. And you're doing this whenever you want to.
my quality of life
I know.
is not going to get any better. It can only get worse. You know that, and you know that. And it is difficult to accept, but it is a fact of life, or in my case, a fact of death. I have been so sorry for the sadness, the sorrow that I have inflicted on other people. I am only sad that my life has got to the stage where this, I feel, is necessary.
Remember, I can see my destiny right now.
Yes, of course you can, Simon.
Right?
And
I'm good. I had the same conversation with Chandra 6 weeks ago. It was
I
very
know
painful.
you did. And the fact that you can see your destiny, I find that more tragic, because I know that at some time that you are perhaps going to have to make the same choice as I've made. I have to push the button. It's a big thing to press that button. And I'm curious, because I want to know what's happened. If I press that button, is that the absolute total end of me? I don't know. Oh, but I am just so curious. I want to know. And I so much, in many ways, want to know what is happening on Earth. There is so many things that I really still will want to know about.
Do you still definitely want to end your life today?
Definitely.
No change in your mind?
No change
and
at all.
security. I herewith order the Foundation Eternal Spirit to transport my body to the crematory in Basel and to get my death certificate as well as my urn from the authorities and to send both to my home country. Do you definitely not want to have it sent?
No.
Hold on.
Yes.
What would you, because this is a 2-day process.
Right.
We
so
will not be here.
We wouldn't be able.
Now, very happy to come back to Switzerland.
No.
But can we have the ashes sent to us and we can scatter them somewhere where you desire? Mersey?
No, I'm quite happy
I think
for Switzerland, yes.
Yes, but that means we will have to come back. Do
These
you want
two-
do you want your ashes scattered where someone doesn't even know or care? What is
It's
what
a
is your
2-day
wish?
You cannot have
May
your
I
ashes for 2
say
days.
something? May I say something? Janet, you are going your way.
Yes.
After you die, you are somewhere, your spirit will be somewhere. We don't know, we will meet sometime, and your ashes will stay back here. Your children will have to go on living. And I would do them. They fulfill your last wish. Having come with you here, I would like you to fulfill their last wish. To be able to scatter the ashes in England on a place that you like.
If that is what they want, yes.
Would that be
If that's
I think
Yes.
that would be important.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
I'm not scared. Okay.
Very,
And
very remarkable person.
No, I'm not. You're. Now, listen. When Simon's
I
done,
know.
and
I'll look
I
after him. I'll look
I
after
don't
him.
think this is a good time to talk about
No,
Well, Simon is
I'm
the only
just
guy.
making.
Everyone knows my wishes.
Yes,
all right.
I know what he
That's
wants.
enough.
But you'll be able to do that more easily because you know now
Okay.
what's involved.
Yes.
It will not be as stressful. Okay?
Okay, and I'll look after him. See, I'll go and see
Yeah.
Don. Make sure he's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He will be. He will be.
It is 15 grams of sodium pentobarbital, which is a sleeping medication. And if you give it in such a high dose, it's a very, very big overdose, this 15 grams. And it leads immediately to heart and also breathing failure. So within about 4 minutes, if you give it intravenously, within 30 seconds, you fall asleep. Very, very deep anesthetic sleep, and then within about 4 minutes you have a heart failure. Ready? So we do the questions now.
Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Janette Butlin.
And what is your date of birth?
23rd of June, 1944.
And can you tell me why you came to Life Circle?
I have muscular dystrophy, which is now so bad that I find life far too difficult.
I have set you an intravenous needle. Do you know what is going to happen if you open this strip?
Yes, I do.
What will happen?
I will die.
You will die, yes. Yes. Now, Janet, if you like to die now, you're allowed to open this perfusion yourself.
Right.
This strip. Open the window a little bit. That's good. She's free now.
I'm sad that she's gone. I'll never see her again. It has certainly changed me. It has changed my attitude towards the future. There's not much of it left. I'm hoping that by the time I get to my 70s, this choice will be available and understood and recognised and accepted. It will just be a choice. It's not something I will or won't do. I can't say now. I have no idea. But I hope the choice is there.